Hey guys, welcome back. So if you're on the lookout for a RGB light but you don't want to break the bank on an Aputure MC, the Weeylite S05 is definitely worth considering. So it's available in 4 colours. You've got blue, yellow, white and grey. I've got the blue and the yellow in my hands here. Super small light. You've got 4 buttons on the back. So you've got your power button over here, the menu button there to change it between the different modes. So CCT, RGB, all of that stuff. And then just up and down, mainly just to change obviously the numbers if you're in RGB or CCT, Jesus. Or just to change the brightness. And obviously the main thing that I like, I'm going to turn it on now, probably blind myself. But the one thing that this does, which a lot of ones before that haven't, I'll be able to hold it. Can you see it? Maybe. But it's a battery indicator. Something which I think is absolutely massive on these. I've got a cheaper light, which is here. This guy, similar thing, but it's just cheap, terrible. You never know when it's going to run out. I've been using it before. Bang, battery just goes. Having the screen purely just for battery is absolutely great. You've got 36,000 colours this thing can produce. It weighs 108 grams. It's super tiny. It's not much bigger than sort of a credit card. Nice and thin as well. You've got your tripod mount on the bottom. Also comes with a cold shoe adapter and USB-C charging, which we all now know and love. So the 2000 milliamp battery is good for about 70 minutes at full power. Will take you about 3.5 hours to charge. We've also got 20 different light effects. So say you want to create a bit of a fake fire. It's got a fire mode on it, so you can put it in a little basket in the corner. Looks like a fire's going on, so really nice. Fireworks, strobes, all that usual stuff. And then the biggest draw to me is the app functionality. So not only because you can group them together, displaying the same color, same brightness, you can have them separate, but also you can just sit and can control them from where you sat. So if I do that now, I'll just open the app. We're on A. Let's just change the colour of A. I'm not sure which one A is. I'm soon going to find out. Oh, it's the wrong one really. That's awkward. I want the other one. So let's go to B. Colour chip. And look, just changing that colour. Now this is the way I like to do it. It's basically picking a colour panel. Really simple. Look, we're just changing all those colours. But let's jump into the app and I can show you a little bit more about how to use it and why I think it's really quite useful. So first things first, we've got to download the Weeylite Pro app. Once you've downloaded that, you can come across it. You've got all the different channels you can select. So my lights that you saw earlier, they were on channels A and B. And then these two in front of you, you can see just on the screen of the picture, they're on 1C, both of them. So if I turn this off, they both go off. Turn it on, they both turn on. So for me, you've got all the different modes. You've got CCT mode. You can go for super bright, 7,000 Kelvin, or sort of a light bulb, 3,000 Kelvin, or daylight, 5200. Tap the bottom to go back. HSL mode, so we can choose all different colors, saturations. On every single option, the slider for brightness is on the bottom. So you turn it up and down, do whatever you want, go back. RGB again, change it to just what you want. If you know the select colors, for me, you've then got the color picker. So for here, we can go into the scene, wherever it sees, it will pick that color. And then basically got to hold it there and go back for it to see there. Whatever you select, if you then find a color in RGB that you really like, you can save that as a scene. We'll do that now. If you go back and then in my scenes, you can get that picture every time. But the one that's most useful for me is just the color chip option. So we can just choose which ones we like. So you can go to any different which way you want. Choose the different ones, and then obviously if you want, you can then switch it out and control these individually. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll bring in a light from back here. That light there, I believe, is on channel B. So let me turn off channel C's and we're left with that one. Then we go to channel B. No, it's on channel A. And that turns that off. So we've got A on, then we can go and turn C on. So we can go back to A, we're controlling A, we can go to the color chip, we can turn that brightness right the way up there, or we can literally turn it off. It's making a little bit of a difference in the scene, as you can see. So a really, really powerful, useful tool, especially if you're have it like me, you've got those lights in the background, so you want to adjust them on the fly, you can just open the app and do that, and then obviously at the top, push that power button, they all go out. I think in terms of sort of negatives for this price point, there's not really anything you consider. The only thing I'd maybe like to see is maybe some magnets on it, but I mean you can always use double-sided tape and you've basically got the same thing. I think for that, and also the charge time's a little bit excessive. 3.5 hours is quite long, especially for only 2000 milliamp hour battery. But again, I guess that's all part and linked into the price. I think, to be honest, you can't really complain. So I think anyone who's just after a great RGB light, nice and cheap, like I say, about £30 each, app controlled, you can see everything on the back. I think they're fantastic. I mean, let me just grab a cheap. This guy, this was something I bought, don't know how much it was, about 20 quid. You have to take the diffuser off. I like the fact that one's got it built in. The bottom piece here, terrible. It's only got about 6 colours. It only has about 4 different brightness modes. This guy comes with USB-C cable to charge it with. You also got a tripod. It's got a 1/4-20 mount on the bottom, and it also includes a cold shoe adapter for you. So I think for the money, you can't go wrong. Great little lights. Like I said, I've got 2 that side, 2 there. And yeah, anyone who needs RGB for some product photography maybe, or for anything in the back of your videos, just to brighten it up, always looks good with a bit of colour. I think you can't go wrong. So yeah, links down in the description where to pick one up. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next one.